Rob Mendoza, a local businessman, has sought the help of the police in solving the case of his missing daughter. Suspected of being kidnapped by a new syndicate that victimizes children for slavery or prostitute. Good afternoon, Mr. Mendoza. Could you please tell us the name of your child?
Her name is Ariana.
Can you please describe the day your daughter Ariana had gone missing and before she went missing?
It was last Friday when I last saw her. Our specialty treat shop doesn't open on Friday, so I decided to fetch Ariana from school and brought her to the park. While she was playing with some other kids at the playground, I went to get her some ice cream. When I returned, she was no longer there. She and the other kids she was playing with were already missing.
How old is Ariana?
Ariana is just 6 years old.
Were there other people who may have seen this incident?
Yes, there were a few parents at the park that time, but they said they didn't notice anyone approaching or forcibly taking Ariana and the other kid. When I asked the other kids who were also at the park, when Ariana and her new friends were playing, they just answered they didn't know.
Mr. Mendoza is just one of the residents of Mandaluyong City who have shared stories of their missing children. A number of worried parents have also stepped forward to ask help from the Mandaluyong City Police, which have attributed the case to the new kidnapping syndicate, whose modus operandi is to abduct children. The abducted children are then sold for slavery or prostitution. The police are working on the case trying to put together the pieces of different stories from the parents of the children who have allegedly been kidnapped. This information, according, may lead to the arrest of the suspects. Back to you, Yana.
And we're back. More and more states in the United States are lifting the ban on same-sex marriage. 35 states have already legalized same-sex marriage.
That's right, Lorenzo. Just a bit of history. The first same-sex marriage in the U.S. was held in Cambridge, Massachusetts on May 17, 2004 between Tanya McCloskey and Marsha Kadich.
And back to the present. The most recent state to have allowed the marriage between two persons of the same sex was South Carolina on November 20th, 2014.
Here's Nadine Yap on an interview with the newlywed South Carolinian gay couple, Bryant and Renzo Williams. Nadine?
Good day, Bryant and Renzo. So first things first, how did you two meet?
And good morning to you.
Oh, that's so sweet. So when did you guys find out that you were both the one for each other?
We met at the library. We picked out the same book and our hands touched and we felt a spark.
Oh, that's so sweet. So when did you guys find out that you were both the one for each other?
It's just one of those things where you just know, even if things don't make sense.
So when you guys got into a big fight, how did that feel?
I felt more alone than I have ever felt. The feeling when you're single can't even compare to the loneliness when that special someone for certain whether you two are going to get back together.